begin, I want everyone to ask themselves this question, or just think about it. Do you prefer an online newspaper or just a printed newspaper? I'm not going to try, and make you choose one over the other. I'm not trying to sway your opinion. I'm not trying to make you go buy the newspaper online or buy the newspaper in print instead of online. I'm just trying to, just look at the different options of the different different ways, different options. Sorry. Excuse me. It says, in fact, my preference depends on the situation. At my house, we get it in print, but I still, at times, will look at, not necessarily the newspaper we get in print online, but sometimes I will, but a lot of times other newspapers I'll look at online. Let's see. Oh, my ear hurts. Sorry, I'm kind of tired still. I just woke up. So I Googled and looked up, or I Googled some information. I Googled some articles about, and opinions on articles about the print versus the online newspaper. So, and the links will be in the description below of everyone that I used. So, if you want to check those out, you can. So I kind of made like a little chart, and I'll probably put on my blog posting, I'll post the chart and I'll post the chart too. I'll actually post a chart so you'll be able to see like visually, so kind of understand how the chart's going. Now this might be like a small chart, but this is what I got. Now for the print, actually the funny thing is I barely found any pros and cons because it's so much more online. I might not have looked hard enough, I don't know, but I feel like I did, but I don't know. Maybe, or I just didn't think of any off the top of my head. The print ones for the pros is it's delivered to your home daily, so you get it to your home daily. And you would just, all you do is walk out the door and get it. Or maybe it's delivered to your door, I don't know. Even then, that's even better. So, it's delivered to your home daily. Oh, and if you like, I saw another one. If you like to say the feel, sorry, I'm changing my lighting. It's kind of, this light is horrible on me. Anyway, because I'm pale, pretty pale to begin with, and it makes me look like I'm freaking white. Anyway, so the other one is that, let's see, what else? Oh, that maybe could be that if you're one of those people that has something in their hands, that could be another part of it. If you that could be a pro of it, because you have something in your hands when you're reading it usually, unless you're reading it online, which of course we'll come to that later. Sorry, a con could be a cost of the cost in general. You're wasting in a sense if you don't read it or anything, you're wasting trees, and you can have distracting ads on there. Now, you also can have the one online, which we'll come to that later, but you could still have distracting ads on a print one. I mean, it might not be as easily distracting because they don't always move, they don't usually move. There's not really 3D ad, not even 3D, but just moving ads. So, there's not usually as many, but, so that's usually, actually, that's kind of a con. There's not usually there's usually not as many moving ads, but there's still, not moving ads, distracting ads, but there can still be some. There's possible, if, I don't know, say there's, too much in one ad or something, I don't know. Or it's all one page, it's real big. Anyway. So. The online one. Oh, another thing. Sorry, I'm reading my script. I look at it because I'm tired. Excuse me. I kind of just woke up, so I'm trying to, I didn't just wake up. I've been up for a little bit, but I'm trying to memorize it, but as I look at it, but I'm so tired. It's wow. Sorry. And this video is late too, so it's kind of crappy. This is ridiculous. Okay, anyway. I'm going to do a lot of cutting of these clips. It's also, the print one, it's also just, for a lot of people, it's just a habit or it's just a tradition because people just have always gotten a newspaper at their door. And plus, another con, I think you have to pay, the cost would be for paying people that have to deliver them. I don't know how much they make, but still paying them. That paying anybody, it costs money, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing because I want people to be able to have jobs and everything. Oh, that's something, a pro, it gives people a job. I'm thinking of these things a lot of these as I go. A pro, it gives people a job. People that deliver newspapers have a job. If you were to get rid of that, they might not have a job. Or they wouldn't have a job. So, that's a pro about giving them jobs. Con would be if we took it away, then they wouldn't have a job. So that'd be a con for online. If we took those away, you don't give people a job. Now, if you're not, I mean, you may not be worried about other people's jobs, but still, you know, kind of think about other people sometimes. It's called not being selfish. Anyway, so some cons or there's some pros for the online, and there's quite a few. Since we are in a technological era, not error. It's and this one actually, you know what? This one can be bad and good. So, and it's easier to skip stories and things. That can be good if it's a story that really shouldn't be there, but it can be bad because if you really, especially for people that write for these things, if you want somebody to read your story and people can just skip through it, they're not gonna read it. Like, or if they, or that comes to later on, that comes to the distraction thing, but people can just, they might see like an ad or something, they might go right to the ad, like they read a story, but the ad is there, it pops up or something. And we'll come back to that ad thing though, because that's another thing on here. Something from, and I'm gonna mention where some of these are from because it's just something I wanted to do. Like where the links. Besides putting the links in the description, I was gonna mention where these, what do you call them? These facts or opinions are from. This one's from this. This is a SlideShare. It's from a PowerPoint on SlideShare, and it says, and this is a pro. It says allows for more interactivity with readers. So like an example would be like comments or, you know, maybe a survey, I don't know. But so that is a pro, and that's a good point. Kind of like, I guess your video news, like YouTube, is kind of like what I wish, I'm assuming a lot of you might use, I don't know, for news. I'm not sure, it's not everybody. Not necessarily for news, but I know we all use, hopefully we all use YouTube. We're using YouTube right now. Anyway. By the way, none of this is sponsored by anybody, so if you get any, like, any of these companies, you guys say I'm sponsoring, they're sponsored, don't. Also, oh, sorry. Another pro is many are free. You don't have to pay to get them. Now, but there is another thing where online, on the news journal, I'm going to look that up, and I'm going to do that in a second, because there's something online, I swear, that you do have to pay for not the news journal. Actually, it's the news journal. It's like I need to pay for something to look at certain articles or something. I think it's like probably the archives, but it's really weird. I'll look it up in a second. Anyway, another pro is from SlideShare. It's breaking news can be uploaded immediately. So it's kind of like not in the olden days where the people had to wait. Like you wouldn't hear it, or you would hear like a year or more, like days later. You can hear breaking news soon, or even the day after they would have to wait for the print newspaper unless they had like, you know what I mean? So that's another pro. You can look at it on mobile devices or like computers and not just, or actually computers usually stationary, unless it's a laptop. It's not, you don't just look at it like stationary. I mean, and that's how you can kind of carry it around in general, but it's not necessarily always on it. Like, it's not like a big piece of paper. Because a lot of times these papers are on those long and they open and fold and all this folding and stuff. You can just use your mobile device, or even if your mobile device would be bigger, you can still get it on there. You can view some offline. I don't know if all, but you can view many offline. So you don't have to be in an online Wi-Fi area. That I don't know how many of those I'm aware of though. I just know more that you can view them. Some of them you can view offline, which is helpful. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. From another one from SlideShare is disseminated. What does that say? Excuse me. Disseminated for a wire outage, so it can reach more people most of the time. Because a newspaper, it can reach a lot of people, but you have to go like deliver it to every single person. Unless people share their newspaper every day with a lot of people, it wouldn't be doing that. Sorry. Also on SlideShare, it can present it in a way that makes information more easily consumed. A lot of people nowadays maybe. You can do this on regular newspapers. So this one's kind of weird, but like you put just links. So like they might just look at a link and look at it later if they don't have time. I'm sorry, I'm talking in a building. I had a video, which a lot of people like on YouTube might watch a video. Or do watch a video, let's just read the description below. Sorry. And then, you know, those kind of things. Now let's go to these cons because there are some that I actually have a valid reason for putting. It's like I didn't put them all because of me. I put them all a lot of times because of what I found. Anyway, enough of what I'm doing, why I put them. They can be difficult to navigate. Okay. Most of the big ones aren't horrible, but they can be. Some of them can be difficult to navigate, especially, and well, a lot of times it's people that don't use computers often enough, but they still can be even with people that do. I mean, I've had times, and I'm not going to brag or say I'm really good with computers. I mean, I am good with computers, but I still sometimes have a difficulty navigating some of the sites whenever I do look at them. Which actually is it depends. It can be, sometimes it can be often. You may need, a lot of times though, you might need internet access. You might not be able to view them offline. So if you don't have internet access, there's no way to view them. The other thing is about the jobs is if you are at least a little bit concerned sometimes about other people, you want some people to have a job for our economy because we want people to keep their jobs or try to have jobs. I mean, us, they have no, whatever. Anyway, so people won't have jobs at least some people lose jobs because the people that deliver, that's their job. I don't know if that's always their main job or their only job, but if it is, they still would lose their job. Or even in general, they would just lose their job. Another one is, I can't read my writing. It could be an eye strain, and that's for any mobile device or anything like that. But, and even sometimes looking at a newspaper could, I guess, strain your eyes, but more so looking at a computer, especially if you're, staring. So, and that's just a whole other topic. Distractions of ads. There's this ads one. And here's where you got like pop-ups and stuff, so it's even worse of a distraction. And you can block the pop-ups, that's fine, but you still can get distracting ads, not necessarily pop-ups. You can get other things. And these ones can be really technical. You can have like moving ads. You can have I guess even some now like 3D ads. I'm assuming there's 3D ads. I'm not sure. There's a lot of 3D stuff going on around anyway. Let's see. Something from the Slate was that, and this, I don't know who this person is, but they said, quote, after 15 years working in web journalism, I still find it difficult to finish any newspaper story longer than 1,000 words on a computer screen, end quote. So this person can't even sit there and read that many words when, I'm not sure how long usually you can, I don't know how long he would go on to read the other one, but you start to only want to read like short sentences. Which, I mean, you don't want newspapers articles to be horribly long all the time either, but you don't want them to be like 2 words. So, anyway. So that's all I could find and all I could actually think of. This topic was interesting. I don't know, I guess I just randomly want to do this one. Sorry it's kind of late. I guess it's pretty late. In a few days, you'll be seeing my next video. That's how late it is. Anyway, so sorry about that, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment down below. Oh, let's see. Comment on which do you prefer, online or print newspaper, and why. And subscribe for more, and if you like these, subscribe. Or like the videos, subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below about video ideas, or topics, challenges, tags, etc. Alright, I'm going to see you guys next week. Bye! Hello everyone, welcome back. So here's a little bit about myself and why I'm doing this. My name is Carolyn Holland. I am 21 years old. I am straight. I currently live with my parents in Delaware. I have 2 younger sisters. I have a dog named Mia who thinks, or is, my shadow. She follows me everywhere. She's a Pomeranian mixed with something else. I am Mia's second favorite. That is after food. I am currently in college trying to get my associate's degree in early childhood education, birth to 2nd grade, although it is taking me more than 2 years, unlike what they say is the norm. I am currently the Sunbeam teacher at my church. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, aka Mormon. My favorite genre is romance. My favorite sport is basketball. I am currently working 2 part-time jobs. I am pretty good with computers. I love to take photos.